Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Cam. Hope you're having a good morning. It's 5:30 in the morning here on the West Coast. It's March 23rd, Tuesday. Let's look at some pre-market action. So first off, we'll just look at AMC here quick. So gap down overnight. You see here in the bottom right. Closed at 12.49. Was above that 9 EMA. That didn't matter at all. After hours consolidated down around 12.2. Gap down. Got all the way down to 11.31 early this morning, 2 a.m. And then tried to fight back to the moving averages. Sold off again. This time drops down to 11.4. It holds, and then buyers come in, pushes back up to 12. Now we're sitting about 11.80 as of 5:30. So we can look at this 11.4 level right here on the daily, and that is an exact gap fill. So a lot of people look at gaps. The gaps have to be filled. And that's what AMC did. So the 11.4 high was the high here on March 12th. And so even pre-market right now, it's not going to show on the daily because daily doesn't show the pre-market. But we moved right down in here to the 11.4 level. And that also perfectly corresponds with this volume towards on the right. So the volume histogram on the right, low volume down here. So it's not out of the question for it to sell quickly through that level in pre-market. And holds the high right here at 11.4, and now we're bouncing back up into 11.8, so we're still sitting in this low volume area. So we might push up now, find some resistance above the $12 area, and maybe sell off continues down to 11. So let's see and watch price action today. But if we look at the hourly chart on AMC, you'll notice just from Friday. Alright, so from Friday, definitely stuck under the moving averages. And then we've held below the 9 EMA all of yesterday and into after hours and pre-market this morning. So it looks like that's going to be the overhead resistance right now at 11.9. So that'll be a first indicator that we're going to make a move up if we can get above this 9 EMA. So if we look at Gamestop, other Wall Street best play, it has earnings after the close today. Basically flat pre-market, right? So I know this is kind of an extended chart with ranges here on the hourly, but ranges decreased, volume is decreased on GameStop, so we could be coiling up, tightening, waiting for that earnings report as different, smart money or bigger names, media, Main Street Media, CNBC, Barron's, Forbes, yada yada yada, are saying they don't know what to expect, really. And I think that's pretty true. A lot of things can happen. I think it's far more looking at the future than what their actual numbers are. But we'll look just here at the daily chart, right? So I think we still have this resistance below, support below 186 acted as resistance previously. And then below that, the 22 EMA rising. And then above, we have this 9 at 203 acting as resistance above, so we're kind of in this channel right now. Off earnings, I'm expecting a violent reaction either way based on what the outcome is, what the market reacts to. I think with just the options, with this being heavily shorted, this could swing either way, so it's not a play for me until after the earnings news comes out. Then we'll go to TKAT. So a lot of the NFT stocks moved after hours. So TKAT, like I mentioned in the video yesterday after hours, I mentioned that if it could hold this 46.52.78 fib, that it could take off after hours. And then as I'm making the thumbnail and all that other good stuff, not having attention on stock, it rips higher, goes all the way up to 63. I had a buddy, a friend of mine who actually watches videos and asked about buying TKAT. He got in at 28 bucks, and literally I texted him and he sold it right at 62. So basically nailed the high. It's a really good move for him. It's like a 220% return for him. So he's getting more interested in stocks now. Surprising. But we sold off here after hours. We closed the aftermarket period above the 100, so the high of the day. Early in the morning we poked below that, but we're staying above it right now. So I still think we can get a retest of the $63 area. And I got a comment asking about a price prediction for TKAT today, and it and it, being that it's such a low float stock, I mean, I think it has an equal chance to go to 100 as it does dropping back down to 25. But this pre-market right now, I'd say the indication that we at least go try to test this 63 is pretty solid, and then it's just from there what happens, you know. So if we look at the extended fib range, if we can get through that 63, right, next area we're probably looking at getting to the 68 if the blue lines are holding right now, right, because we basically consolidated the 127, came back to the 100. So if we can poke back through, try that 68.7 level, if we're going to play the green lines, right, that extends us all the way up to the almost $100. So as this thing explodes higher, right, the gains are just going to be percentage based, not just number based, right? So we can get up there pretty quickly if we can blast through this $63, $68 area. If not, and this fails, right, so you should always be prepared both ways. All right, so we do obviously have some consolidation 50-48 level, and then obviously the highest level of consolidation was from early morning yesterday back down into the $38, $36 area. So that would be a significant drop. So I think this could swing either way pretty quickly. So just price action, watch price action, and be prepared, right? So you want to go on this with your risk managed. You know, you want to be lax kind of in your stop loss, but have it ready so that if this thing does drop quickly, you can get out, or if it runs quickly, you can take profits quick. So TKAT's really the only NFT name that's up. So all the other names, if we just go look over on here, so OCG, it's almost down $1 right now, 13.2. ZK, you know, closed at 12.35, sitting at 12.1 right now. IMTE, I believe, was down as well, right? So 9.25, but this one's consolidating right now, about 8.9. So everything else is kind of mixed in the NFT world. Some other stocks to watch for today. So BNTC, Benitec Biopharma, is up considerably this morning, selling off right now, but also up on extremely high volume in pre-market, which is a good sign. And if we look at the daily chart for this, you see the stock has been beaten down over the year. So what we're sitting at, the high we got to this pre-market was $8.49, sitting at $7 right now. So if we go back out here, right, so we basically poked into this consolidation range up here. So we'll have to see if we find some support going into market open. And then another stock that's been running the last few days is YVR, Liquid Media Group. So you see here on the daily, have sell-off kind of into February, into March, start rising, volumes coming in, holding them over above the 9 EMA. So Thursday, kind of a big sell-off, pulls us right back to the 9 EMA. Friday, kind of get this inside bar, and then today, or excuse me, yesterday, we blow through that inside bar play again. You know, mark the high, take out the engulfing bar, get all the way up to 4.8, close right about where that engulfing bar high was, and then you'll see here in pre-market and aftermarket we moved even higher, sitting at 4.8 right now. You know, we are downtrending in pre-market, curled underneath the moving averages, so we'll look to see if you know, we can get some support, rising support here, right? So even just from the low and after hours, we still have higher lows. So look to see if this longer term uptrend will hold going into the open. So that's all I got for you guys this morning. Hope you guys have a great day, make some money. If you got anything, questions, stocks you want me to look at, please leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.